Wagwan everybody, I'm Patrick and welcome to the Big Up Jamaica channel. Here we talk about all things Jamaica. We will discuss everything from headline news, entertainment, history, music, sports, culture and more. So make sure you subscribe so you can keep up to date with all things Jamaica. In today's video we will be discussing the deadly encounter between Supercat and Nitty on the streets of Brooklyn. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, dancehall music was exploding with raw talent and fierce personalities. Among its biggest names were Supercat and Nitty, two men who helped shape the sound and energy of the era. Both were stars, both were respected, and both carried the fire of Kingston's tough streets wherever they went. But behind the fame and the rhythm, a deadly conflict was brewing, one that would end in tragedy and shock the entire dancehall world. Supercat, known as the Wild Apache, was a commanding presence in Jamaican music. His deep voice, bold lyrics, and fearless attitude made him a street legend. Nitty, on the other hand, was known for his spiritual tone and conscious messages, a gifted singer with a calm yet powerful style. Though both came up through the same sound system culture, differences in personality, pride, and power slowly turned mutual respect into quiet tension. Rumors began to swirl in the dancehall circuit, stories of disrespect, of words exchanged, of an old grudge that refused to die. Some said the feud started over musical rivalry, others claimed it had to do with money or street elite. In dancehall's fast-paced and competitive world, it didn't take much for things to spiral. By 1991, both Supercat and Nitty were in New York, spreading Jamaican music across the diaspora. The streets of Brooklyn were alive with reggae energy record shops, sound clashes, and late-night sessions. But on a summer day in August, fate brought the two men face-to-face outside a record shop on Fulton Street. Witnesses would later say that the air was tense from the moment they met. An argument broke out, heated words, accusations, shouts, echoing through the street. The situation escalated quickly. Voices rose, tempers flared, and then came the sound that silenced everything: gunfire. When the smoke cleared, Nitty lay on the ground, fatally shot. The man who once sang of peace and spiritual strength had met a violent end in a dispute that should never have gone that far. Supercat was immediately linked to the shooting. Some said it was self-defense, others claimed it was retaliation. The details remained murky, lost in the confusion and fear that followed. Police investigations swirled, fans were divided, and the reggae community was shaken to its core. One of its brightest voices was gone, and another stood accused. For Supercat, the incident marked a turning point. He vanished from the public eye for a while, his career overshadowed by the tragedy. Though he later returned to music and performance, the shadow of that day in Brooklyn never truly left him. For Nitty, his death became a painful symbol, a reminder of how ego, anger, and misunderstanding can destroy greatness. The Supercat and Nitty incident remains one of dancehall's darkest moments. Two men who shared the same roots, the same culture, and the same passion for music were torn apart by conflict. In the end, it wasn't a clash on stage, but in the streets, a tragic confrontation that ended in gunfire and forever changed the course of dancehall history. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you will be instantly notified of new videos. See you on the next one.